Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now in today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video, we'll be looking at three stocks: Bajaj Finance, Glenmark and BSE. But before we go into the equity and option trading plan for those three, let's take a general view on the markets. Now over the weekend, there's a lot of positivity which has been infused by the Prime Minister's speech, particularly his thing that GST taxes will be getting amended and basic goods which are needs might come down to zero. Same goods will go up and things like life insurance and all, GST might be abolished on them. So that's a very positive development, but we have to see whether it materializes. As all know in the past that there is usually a lot of talk but no action. Now, how do I see that affecting the Nifty Bank Nifty? Now, according to me, there's that news and there was a lot of hope that Putin and Russia would materialize a bit more, but now that has sort of got delayed to next week because Zelensky is going to be meeting Trump on Monday, and that is going to become a very important meeting. As so far what I can see, Zelensky is not going to be ready to budge on land. If that doesn't happen, the war will continue. So that's something which everyone is also going to have to watch. But coming to Monday specifically, now according to me, as long as the Nifty is trading between 24,550 and 24,850, this is a box range. You're not going to go anywhere. Only once it breaks either end in a clear manner, that's only when a trending move is going to come. Similar situation is in the Bank Nifty, Midcap Nifty, Fin Nifty, all indexes. So basically all are at a point at which they will only get a clean one directional move if they break out of the box ranges. Until then, just expect July move. So at market open on Monday, even if by chance we have to have a gap up, then let the thing settle and let it, if you're a positional trader, then let it settle and show you which direction, whether it's going to clear the box or not. If it doesn't, then it's not going to be a clean move. If you're into the trader, naturally I expect Monday good moves to come on both sides, long and shorts. So that's something that can be played along the day, but that we have to see on Monday morning what to trade, how to trade, and I will be doing that in my live trading session. So that's really it on the indexes. And now let's go into the stocks, each of them: Bajaj Finance, Glenmark and BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. Now coming to Bajaj Finance. Now Bajaj Finance has been going down, and if we look at it from a simple chart analysis view, it had made a top here, which it was stuck in for quite some time. It gapped down and then it has had a follow through in the gap down. Now according to me, Bajaj Finance has reached a very important zone because between 825 and 842 is its quant support levels. Now the quant support levels will provide a lot of reassurance, and this is a point at which I think traders who are option traders can start looking at selling puts, and equity buyers can start looking at a long towards 900 to 910. But if I look at it purely from an F&O perspective, between 900, 910 and 842, 825, this is a box range, so you're not going to get much of a big move. But the short-term traders can get a long until here, according to me. And if it clears this, then it goes to 945. I have not given supports below this because if it breaks by chance below these supports, then Bajaj Finance is in a lot of trouble for the medium term. It will basically go for months on downturn. If it holds this, then it will basically be going back to the top of the box range. So how am I going to trade Bajaj Finance? Now I don't want to trade Bajaj Finance in equity because it's in F&O, it's got enough liquidity. If it is something like, let's say, a stock like Memphis, for example, which does not have good liquidity in future and options, there you go for equity. I'm not recommending Memphis, but I'm giving it as an example. But this has got enough liquidity in the F&O segment, and this Bajaj Finance is something I would prefer to day trade or overnight rather than hold for longer. So due to that, I'm looking at it most likely on Monday. I'm going to sell puts below 842, and I'm going to wait for a spike, and if I see weakness here, then I'll sell calls also. So I can trade the range. I will not sell calls immediately because if it manages to hit here and break through this, then it will be a very powerful up move. So that is why I'll first sell P's of 842 and below, and then as the trend develops, I will think about CE sells. Equity buyers, yes, I think a long is developing in Bajaj Finance. Not a long term, one for 3-4 days, let's say, and then you get out. So that's how I'm looking at Bajaj Finance. Now next we're going to take a look at Glenmark. Glenmark's chart is taking a bit longer to load. Now Glenmark, if you look at it, I am very familiar with it. The last month I was holding P cells in it, and now Glenmark last month had a big gap up, and now that gap up was due to a drug being announced from America which is going to give them a lot of money. However, Glenmark's results have come out and they're horrible according to me. Huge disappointment, very weak numbers. But Glenmark is technically a strong, fundamentally strong stock. So even due to one quarter weak numbers, I don't think the big institutional investors are going to leave Glenmark. So what is my trading plan for it? Now, according to me, Glenmark has got a very strong resistance at 2080 to 2110, and then a strong support at 2005. So as long as it is between 2005 and 2110, this is going nowhere. I have not given above this because if it manages to pop above this, it's going to be common sense, it's going to go to this top of the range. But how I'm going to trade Glenmark, I expect it to most likely open with a gap down or a weak open. If it does so and it breaks 2005, next target is the 1960, the next target is 1905. If that breaks, it goes to 1845. If it breaks 1845, the whole picture gets changed for Glenmark on the weekly time frame. So how am I? That's so via day trading, I'm going to naturally trade as it breaks levels. Positional trading, I'm looking at most likely selling calls above 2080 if I'm going to be very aggressive, or 2110 if I'm going to be a bit less aggressive. That is going to be decided if it breaks 2005 rupees. If it breaks that, then I'll most likely enter C cells and let the trade go. But I will not enter, if I am entering Glenmark C cells, I will not enter them at open. I will basically enter them throughout the day. Why? Because there can be a fight back because of the severe positive news which came from the Independence Day speech on GST. So all that can create a fight back. So I wouldn't want to go all in at once, going gradually and sell C's in Glenmark. But it's something I'll definitely be watching tomorrow morning at open for intraday trading plus for option selling for positioning. Next we'll take a look at BSE. Now BSE has basically also been going in a box range from it technically started this range bound stuff from May of this year. It tried to go up, then it came back, and then it formed a tighter range from the beginning of July. Now, the big question is, will BSE pop out of this range or not? Now, according to me, if BSE manages to break 2530, then there is a long available until 2650. If that breaks, it can go to 2780. But BSE is something that you're going to have to be very quick in entering and exiting, because if basically, let's say you enter on a break of 2530, at 2650 you better be ready to book some profits. At 2780 you better be ready to book some profits. If it breaks 2780, then you better be ready also to book some and let some to ride on. So my strategy for BSE is going to be, I'm going to wait to see how it performs on Monday. If it breaks this, then I'll be going long on it via selling puts below 2280. If it doesn't break this, then I will still most likely sell puts but below 2200, and then go and sell calls above 2650 or 2780. But I'm not sure about the call selling yet, because right now how things are is starting to lean towards an upward push. So as I said, it doesn't break this, I will definitely most likely enter put sales and seek about call sales later. Equity traders also have a chance in this, but risk reward is very poor, but it's basically hoping that it breaks this zone, as that will completely give it a breakout. So that's how I take a look at BSE as a stock. I think Bajaj Finance is offering a much better opportunity. Glenmark is offering a much better opportunity on the short side, Bajaj on the long side, than BSE. But I most likely will be entering PE sales on Monday for BSE. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Thank you.